Yeah, I'm about to put it on too. Fresh off the press.
Back in the day, J Kid was the man, boy. Put the team on his back like a jam squad. D-Lo with the dribble drive hand on.
There you go.
Roll full contact, this is a man sport. County of Kings, really the Kingsborough. You know Crown Heights, so you know that sound, right? Brooklyn Bridges, Z-Dub defending. The Brooklyn Block Party, claps and double digits. Got the ball players clicking, the whole block is with it. Left a lot on the table, now we coming to get it. The jump one's gone, we two Brooklyn strong. Can't stop, won't stop from the Brooklyn block.
Just give me the ball, I'm fitting to score next. My J is all net, me and Jada just all nets. Getting back on defense, hit him with strong flex. I'm official like a ref, trying not to get attacked. And we go hard on Brooklyn, that's a promise. Watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Mitch, watch me like a Cam, cause it's my time. Switch, they can't guard me, especially side the Barclays. Spin between crosses, I can score with both hands. Midi flawless, and I get to paint like an artist. I'm a boss smith, so you should respect my handle. I see the big picture with the nets like a mantle. In the future, I see us as champs too. And when we do, I'ma do a Brooklyn dance move. The stir that or Millie rock like a fan do. And that's a bet like my parlay on FanDuel.
B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N B-R-O-O-K-L-Y-N
When you establish a culture, that's what you do every day. That creates one thing that is your identity. Alright, that's how you are seen by other people. If you work really hard and get 1% better every day, you're a competitive group. That means that you fight.
Oh, what a move by Sharp! Counted a foul.
Yo, it's Big Fan Breezy with the Brooklyn Nets vlog, man. Just doing the work. Just doing the work. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Nets fans. We the best fans. And I can't lie to you, man. You know, all of this talk about the draft picks, I just want to see who are the top 10 or the top 5. You know what I mean? Top 10 draft picks. Not players, not free agents, not players that got traded here, but who we drafted. You know what I'm saying? See kind of how the team was built around them. See, you know, how they did it in the past. Just to study the game. That's all. I'm a student of the game. I'm just studying the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, share, comment, subscribe. Shout out to Daniel Berry Sports Highlights in the chat. W chat. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. I ain't gonna probably, you know what I'm saying, take too much of you guys' time, but offhand, you gotta know Dr. J wasn't drafted by the Nets. So Jason Kidd wasn't drafted by the Nets. Kenny Anderson was. Marbury wasn't. Excuse me, there's a lot of players that came to free agency that made this a good team. We drafted Mookie Blaylock. Did you know that? Did y'all know that? Word, man. I want to say, yo, man, I ain't want that to happen to Dame. I heard Dame Lillard got hurt. And, you know, I know it make our Buck pick better. I just wanted him to lose with a healthy Bucks. You know? I don't want nothing to happen to Dame. That's a fact. Word. Yeah. It is what it is. Shout out to Peoples in the building. Alright, what up, peoples? What's the word, peoples? Talk to us. Nah, he said what happened to Wash Dame. Nah, Dame, he got a blood clot in his calf or something like that. It's crazy. That's not even. I don't even know how that happened. I don't even know if that's considered a basketball injury. Or if Dame not in the roster, man, they probably lose. Or they ain't got nobody to score with Jokic and whoever Jokic gonna pass it to. Yeah, man, that shit wild, peoples. That shit is wild, man. That shit is wild. I ain't want that to happen, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't gonna lie to you. Alright. This is an article. Caris LeVert. Can't forget Caris. Can't forget Caris. Hold on, I'm about to pull up the article for y'all. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Can't forget Caris. Brook Lopez. Alright, so look. They got Caris. He was selected number 20 in the first round. Look, our best talent we getting 20. We didn't get no lottery picks. And that's been, you know what I'm saying? Getting 20s and teens draft picks for a long time. Why we can't, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man. Just saying, man. Brook Lopez, number 10, lottery pick, 2008. The 7-foot Lopez. Okay. What he doing in college? He was an All Pac-10 first team and All-American third team during his sophomore season at Stanford before declaring for the NBA draft. So he was a sophomore before he played 2 years in college before he got picked number 10 in 2008. Could a second-year player be a lottery pick? I don't know. He finished third in voting for NBA Rookie of the Year and was named to the All-NBA Rookie team after averaging 13 points and 8.1 boards per game during the 08-09 season. Lopez earned his first and only All-Star selection in 2013 after posting 19.4 points, 6.9 rebounds, and a new career high 2.1 blocks per game. And that's damn. Traded Lopez for Moscow, Russell, and 27. Damn, they got a lot for Brook Lopez. Lopez is such a good player, but Russell, he was a number one pick or number two. I get it, I guess. Kyle Kuzma too. Damn. Lopez ended his next career as the franchise leader in the field goals. I knew we traded Kyle Kuzma, but I didn't know he was part of that Brook Lopez trade. But yeah, I'm gonna say Lopez is a top 10 in whoever we drafted. They got Caris up here too. I'm gonna Caris. He stays for that. Kenyon Martin. Number one pick in 2000. What we do with that number one pick? What did we do with that number? I'm glad we here. This is the conversation we gonna have. The last time we got a number one pick, what did we do with it? I think we did what y'all talking about. You tank 2 for years. Not tank, but for 2 years we got 2 high picks. We got 1 and 2 with Kenyon and Kenny Anderson. Like, I'm just saying. I want to look at those teams. I just want to see what it looked like. What did the Nets expect from him that first year? first round, first pick. What is expected from a first pick? I don't want to hear the odds. Let's let me do my thing. You know, I don't need you guys coming up here telling me the odds and all of that. I don't need that right now. You know what I mean? I need to just focus on what if it did happen for us. All right, so drafted by the New Jersey Nets. He was 23, by the way. Grown man coming in the league. This ain't no 18-year-old teenager. Grown man. 68 out of 68 games. Grown man. Rookie of the year is top 2. Averaged 12 points and 7.4 boards. Grown man. Straight hooping. We kept him for them 4 years and traded him. But in those 4 years, he went from 12 to 14, just 14.9. That's like 15 points. 16.7, that's close to 17 points. And he was a DPOY that year. In his third year, DPOY top 12, respectively. 16.7 points, 8 points a game. Well, why you don't do the most to keep this guy? You get a number 1 pick and you only keep him 4 years, that's a failure. The Nets has to do better. We get a number 1 pick. We supposed to keep that player. If he putting up numbers like this, third year, he went from DPOY 12 to top 12. Then he went from DPOY 9 to top 10. Then he went to the All-Star game in his 4th year, and you trade him. And the next year, he almost his numbers drop a little, but shit, consistent enough to keep him. I don't know, man. I want to keep if we doing all of this for the draft pick, I want to keep them for longer than 4 years, especially if they hooping like Kenyon Martin. What kind of team is they building around Kenyon Martin, man? Oh yeah, we all know. Drazen, respectfully. But other than that, it would have made sense, man. It would have made sense. Oh man, number 1 pick for the Brooklyn Nets is possible. Alright. Oh shit, Moses. That's what I'm saying, man. Hold on. So that's 3. That's 3. Kerry Kittles, that's 4 for sure. PJ Brown, who's PJ Brown? Nah, I don't know if he make the list, bro. Oh, they got Cam Thomas on the list. See, I ain't even gotta say it. Yeah, Cam Thomas on the list, man. Cam Thomas on the list, man. You already see it. I ain't even gotta say nothing. This list is official. Yeah. You ain't got it. What? He was hooping like that? Played just 3 minutes as a rookie before tearing his ACL. Damn. I ain't want that for him. It said, and when he finally got back on the floor in 95-96 season, his production was nowhere near what the Nets thought it would be. As a big man, averaged just 2.8 points. Damn. Damn, can't imagine that. You know how Nets fans, it'd be chaotic in this. Nets fan draft somebody and this happens. But you never know, man. This was shout out to Yinka Daddy. Sorry to hear that, man. That's terrible. He went on to play just 41 games the next season, then just 10 the year after ending his NBA career after just 4 seasons and 110 games. Wow. That's crazy work. Oh, man, bro. This list is official, bro. But Yink and Daddy, oh, they said it's a miss too. These are the misses. Marcus Williams and Josh Boone, first round, 22nd and 23rd pick. They misses, but you're not mad if it's 22nd and 23rd pick. Nah, man. You don't want to miss on no picks, but come on. 2000 first round, 22nd pick. Look at the numbers. 22nd, 23rd. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm just saying. Ed O'Bannon. Come on, man. Ed O'Bannon. This a miss, right? Sean Williams, number 17 pick. Like, look, the list is man short. We don't get a lot of picks. To say hits and miss. But they put Cam Thomas on it. Let me see what they said about Cam Thomas. That's my. Let me see what they said about Cam Thomas. I wonder why they picked these players. I wish they had wrote it that part. Like, what was the scouting report? Like that they thought it was a good fit for the team. Like, well, I guess that's what we do. That's the work we put in. They say the jury is still out for Cam Thomas, but Thomas' rookie season in Brooklyn shows serious flashes of long-term potential. Long-term. Let me put that big for y'all right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, all you guys in the chat with your trade options and you know what I mean. You know, trading for who? Anybody for long-term potential? Any so you know, let's just negate all of this malarkey about you know the players to trade Cam Thomas for, because first off they gotta have long-term potential. This is not me saying this. This is just me reading the article. I'm just the voice behind the words. It says on the championship build roster, Thomas started 2 of 67 regular season games, averaging 8.5 and shooting 43%, while adding 2.4 rebounds and 1.2 assists in 17 minutes. Defense leaves much to be desired. That's funny. But Thomas' ceiling on offense was clear once the former LSU shooting guard took over the 2021 NBA Summer League. He had his moments as a rookie, too, including game-winning shots at triumph past the San Antonio Spurs, 121-119 overtime, January 9th, and crosstown Knicks 111-106, February 16th, against the Knicks. Thomas scored 16 of his 21 points in the fourth quarter as the Nets mounted a 28-point comeback without Kevin Durant or Kyrie Irving. This game will live forever, I'm telling y'all. I even put this game in my rhyme that in a song I did called Rivals. I gotta hear that song. I should recap it one day. Word. Oh man, don't do that. Don't do that. I'm having a good time right now, man. Don't try to come rain on my parade, man. Yo, shout to Player One, man. Shout to Jelly, you know what I'm saying? We out here, man. But I just wanted to see the top draft picks. That's all I wanted to do, you know what I'm saying? But yeah. But see now this is the thing. I should be patient. I should make it a whole production. I got an idea. I don't want to let it fly yet because I want to make it a production. So, you know what I'm saying? We just going to fork in the road. We're going to go this way for right now. That's what it is. Yeah. Shout to people. Shout to Ray LM. Shout to Player One. Shout to Jellio. Shout to everybody in the chat. Listen, I gotta let you guys know, this ain't the same Big Fan Breezy. I must say that Big Fan Breezy of the past wouldn't sub your ass. But the Big Fan Breezy now it's all out of consideration. Now, my thing is this. I could only fit 6 on the panel. That's because StreamYard is, you know what I mean, we disagree about what the price should be on certain things. So, you know what I'm saying? I got to discuss matters further. So only 6 people could come on the panel. So if y'all in the studio, if y'all could work it out with somebody on the panel, like they already said something, or they ain't gonna say nothing, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, y'all could work it out that way, but, you know what I mean? I'm just letting y'all know, it's usually 10. And I know y'all expect that when y'all pull up and y'all, you know what I mean, here for the content. But for now, it's only 6. Wow. You know, yo, play it when I feel you, bro. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I feel you on that. It makes sense. Oh man. Yeah. Nah, I can't lie to you. The fact they got King Thomas on the list, it's like, need I say more? You know, I'm gonna just throw the link in the chat. I don't have nothing else to say. You know what I'm saying? We had a number 1 pick. If we get a number 1 pick, we need to keep him for more than 4 years. We need to keep him more than 4 years, y'all. But we gonna see, man. Yo, what up?
Yo, what's good? Only in the Nets world, man. Like 1:30 in the morning on the weekday. That should be live. Nowhere else, yo. Maybe some fakers and shit, because fakers got mad podcasts.
Yeah, man. The Nets fans is the best fans, man. We gonna come up, man. We gonna, you know what I'm saying?
You already know. Yo, I had a question for you, Breezy. How excited are you, man, about the draft, about the lottery, about, you know what I'm saying? No matter what number we end up with, I feel like Jordy gonna steer that ship. You know what I'm saying? He gonna teach that guy, whoever it is, Derek Queen, whoever, and you know they're gonna be talked about because it's gonna be like top 5, whatever, top 6. It's gonna be eyes on him though. So
of course,
he definitely is going to be pressure. Whoever that's going to draft is going to be pressure on him. But
yeah,
I feel like whoever, you know what I'm saying, whoever.
Yeah, nah, this season, just again, as much as I fought it, I just had appreciation, or still have appreciation for what player development seasons are. Like, just really seeing the process of it, seeing what I asked for actually, you know what I'm saying, coming to fruition.
Facts.
So, you know what I mean?
23-49 is not bad.
Right,
it's not bad.
Player development with Noah Clowney is seeing if he could be a stretch for. I think the most part they got confidence that he can be. He's shown strides or consistent games when he's healthy that he plays well. I think he got to get player developed to put the ball on the floor. Like he we got to work on that one action more before he even develop anything else. You know what I'm saying?
The dribbling game.
Yeah, he didn't like.
Gain some weight.
He's still developing the catch and shoot, and I think they want him to just kind of hone in on that before they get to anything else for his player development. Like, so I like what they doing, man. I like what they doing. But
what? Yeah. I think Clowney obviously need like 10 more pounds of muscle. You know, probably like 10 more pounds. Well, not right now, because by the time he's developed fully, if he's still gonna be on the Nets, you know what I'm saying, it would be nice to see him put some weight on him, because a little skinny. But that shot is there, and you know he can get hot from the 3-point line. Any game, I know some games. You know, some games he might throw up some shots. He gonna miss some
Nah,
shots
but
because he's mad young. But he can streaky
yeah.
though. He's streaky. He can shoot. That's the most important thing. He can shoot, man. That's it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
I get what you're saying. Then we finna go to league. I've been in games where I was like 20 some playing versus dudes like 40 some, and I was
he's mad young. It's hard for him.
But I was talented enough to play versus them, but they was like mad stronger than me. Like I dead ass had to start working out before I played basketball with them. Like I would play with them. I would play basketball with them like every Friday. So you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's gonna be more physical. I'm sure it was physical. I play against grown ass people, you know, over here in Coney Island and shit. You know, there's nothing but bloods over here, so ain't no fouls.
Oh man, but that's what I'm saying.
Ain't no fouls over here, Breezy.
Before I went back to play on Fridays, I would work out. I would make sure I work out just for strengthening. Like that ass, like I gotta be strong to play versus these dudes, man. Because like I jump higher than them, but they boxing me out. You know what I'm saying? Like so, I'm like off balance. It's hard to grab the rebound. You trying to make sure you fall. You laying on your feet. You know what I'm saying?
What you did, and then you probably got bigger, and then you probably gained a little weight. And then
I gain muscle. I won't say I gain weight. I gain muscle.
No, that's what I was saying. Like not like a
But I'm trying to get to Clowney. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Clowney, the weight you talking about, I think he could gain it. At the muscle I'm talking about, I think he could gain it. It's going towards the I'm kind of like trying to recap our draft picks and all the players that came to the team last season and see what they did. It's like the last 10 games. I don't think
games left, bro.
It's almost over.
Almost over. Would you get a chance to drop most of these games?
I gotta say thank you to all of y'all, man. I ain't know how I was planning to get through this season. I definitely wasn't doing this shit by myself, bro. Like,
that's tough.
I knew this season, and every time we had momentum, they traded somebody. I was like, God damn, this shit really is player development. You know what I'm saying? But
but we like a back to square one. We had to do it because. I get it. You can't trade everybody. You know what I mean? Like, eventually, probably Claxton, whoever, Cam Johnson. You know what I'm saying? But you got to have somebody on the roster. Somebody. You know what I mean? Like, just like 30 teams and shit. Whoever they have it on the roster, that's just how it goes. And what's the name? You just gotta. That's the thing. Like, people that you've seen already, like. You know how I feel about your boy because he's a little short, but great scorer. You know what I mean? And there's more potential in Cam Thomas. Putting the ball in the bucket. You know what I mean? He's going to score 50 points. Eventually, he's going to score 50 points in the NBA. That's nothing. You know what I'm saying? There's a ceiling. But like a Cam Johnson or like Claxton, you already seen their ceiling. You know what I'm saying, Breezy? That's why you got to try to move them. It's not nothing against them. You just know they ceiling. This is what you're gonna get. This is the maximum shit you're gonna get. But Cam Thomas, this is not the maximum yet. It's not the max because he's like 23 years old. And he scored like 4 straight 40-point games. Isn't it 4 straight? Three straight? He's the only guy. I think he's the only guy that ever did it.
Yeah. So again,
you know what I'm saying? There's a potential. He can see the bucket. He can see the rim. You know what I'm saying? He likes that. You can't take that away from him. You know what I'm saying? You don't play defense on him. Look, he's like 6'3". He's playing against the trees and shit, and they can't stop him. I'm sure he's fucking amazing in real life, Breezy. If we see him in real life, like if we trying to play him, you know what I'm saying? I know he's taller than us, even a little bit taller than us. He will kill us. Man.
Bro, he will kill us because he's doing that. Bro, we rooting for him, bro. We not trying to play versus Cam Thomas, man. Take it easy, man.
Oh no! I'm just saying, like, not us. Like, I'm talking about people who playing in the street or people playing the semi-pros. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna get killed.
Hold on. People, no doubt. Please hold it down. Let me go to Leaf, man. Leaf been on the panel. He ain't saying nothing. Shout out to Leaf. Talk to us, Leaf. What's the word, bro?
Man, I don't even know where to start. Look, time and time again, bro. I done went over our draft history in terms of our picks. Like I already said, Bernard King is the only Hall of Famer that we ever drafted. Everybody else was either mid or trash. Like this ain't getting it, bro. Like our draft history ain't no better than a whole lot of teams, bro. Like if you just look at the history all together, since we've been in the NBA, this shit is garbage. Um, I don't like whatever's gonna happen these upcoming seasons is I don't know how it's gonna be planned out or whether it's gonna be planned out the right way from top five to top 10. These players is gonna have to like live up to astronomical shit right off the rip, bro, because we dealing with a fan base, bro, that don't really have that much patience. That's what you dealing with. The reality, is that we really haven't done anything in the draft to really speak on. Like I'm just thinking about the players that we traded for. Obviously, Jason Kidd is ahead of the pack when we talk about players that we traded for. Obviously, Vince Carter is ahead of the pack, and obviously, nobody want to go back to the free agent pool after in 2026 or 2027 because they scared to death. They scared to death because of what happened with the Kevin Durant situation. That's why they scared to death, and I understand it. But the fact of the matter is, at some point, bro, like it's gonna have to be done.
Yeah, but nah, we looked at the 2025 draft. Our draft, I mean, the free agents. Our draft is more important than the free agents in that season specifically. I'm not saying we never going back to the free agency. So you're not talking about me. I'm talking about the fact that when it come down to our draft picks, I think two of those guys are going to be in the rotation. I think some of the players going into next season is going to be Cam Thomas, Zion Williams, Noah Clowney, and two guys that we draft. Now, who we are going to draft, I don't know. I'm not finna have that conversation. But what I will say is that's two guys added to the rotation. So we would have to minus two guys that we already playing out of the 10 that Jordy Fernandez got in rotation right now, which I ain't tripping off of. I'm pretty sure he'll do the right thing. But I do think as a player development coach, if that's what he's known for before he became a Brooklyn Nets head coach, and in his first two seasons, they say focus on player development. I'm not mad. I'm not mad at that at all. Shout out to Easy. I gotta get at Easy on some other shit. I wanted to do a show with Easy. Sometime I was really waiting for no snooze, but I can't lie
And
to
you
you.
saying you're not mad at the player development? I am, and I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad because if it goes back to something that you said, bro, like early in the season, we doing all of this for top five picks, top 10 picks, which we never had the whole time we've been in Brooklyn. Some of these niggas should be elite at something coming into the league off the rip.
So what? I don't understand what you mad at. I don't understand.
I don't understand the development side is just figuring out how to play with the team. They all gonna get the minutes. If you're a top 10 pick, you're gonna get the minutes. You top five pick, you're gonna get the minutes on our team because we don't even know who the hell gonna be on this team next year. There's so many niggas to sign.
But my point is that regardless of whoever going to be on here, the player that we get because the focus is on Jordy Fernandez and the coaching job that he's done thus far, and whoever we get on this team, we could play develop him. And Sean Marks is giving him that room, and he knows as much as they saying they not on the same page, they on the same page. Respectfully, allegedly, bro, trust me when I tell you, Jordy Fernandez is a good coach. And I think at the end of the day, the more important thing is him having an opportunity to get quote unquote Jordy Fernandez type players. And of course, there's going to come from the free agency too. But I don't think it's nothing to trip off of. I just think that the teams that we had prior to whoever they were before we got that top draft pick, they wasn't necessarily built like Derek Favors. Like who we had that was building around Derek Favors? Did all of those players get off of the team because Derek Favors came to the team? Nah. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Kerry Kittles took somebody's spot. Like, so yeah, some of that shit do be happening. Some of that shit do be happening.
All I'm gonna say is this, bro, and you could move the conversation wherever you want to move. If our all-time leading scorer is Brook Lopez, nigga, we got a problem as an organization. This shit is disgusting. Is that we got to clean this shit up and clean it up like fast, quickly.
Brook, always was nice though, like a third option on a great team. That's what on the championship team. He's a third option.
Brook Lopez
Young
is our
Lopez,
all-time
now
leading.
Buck
He's
Lopez.
our all-time leading scorer, and he ain't been here in years. This shit is ridiculous.
I know what you mean, Lee.
It's disgusting.
Yo,
bro.
hold on. Shout to Scott. Scott, what's the word, Scott? Talk to us. Yeah, I can't hear you, Scott. Oh, all right. Well, Scott will be back. Shout out to Scott. Y'all can subscribe to his page when he come back. You know what I'm saying? He'll let you know his page and all that.
Yo, Breezy. I feel like Nets gonna draft like Derek Queen. He's gonna blow up.
And Peoples. If we draft Derek Queen, we've got somebody that play under the arc, as they would say.
Yeah, you got the little skill.
Yeah, bro. Like, trust me, bro.
It's like I seen him with mad pump fakes.
Noah Clowney still makes sense. Derek Queen on the floor with Noah Clowney, Zaire Williams, Cam Thomas. I don't know who we're gonna have at point, but I know whoever we draft probably run point, start at point.
And they
whoever
say like
we
he's
draft, I
crafty on the
think we're gonna
defense.
draft our starting point guard, bro.
If not,
he's gonna get big minutes. He'll get big minutes if not.
I don't know how we doing that if we plan on getting Derek Queen, because that's a top 10 pick, and outside of the top 10, I don't even see no point guards that can start on in the league. I don't. I like if you want to tell me about Boogie Flan, if you want to tell me about what old boy from I don't even remember his damn name, bro. Like whoever the hell else it was. I don't know, man. This shit is fucking ugly, bro. And it seemed like it's gonna get uglier to me. And I'm getting pissed off. And I'm getting slowly pissed off, bro. Like
All right,
about
so
everything that I'm seeing.
We'll come back to you when you calm down. We're gonna go to Scott. Scott
Hey, what's up, everybody? What's up?
Talk to us, Scott.
What's up, everybody? How's everybody doing?
We go shout your page out before we start.
Yeah, you can reach me on Apartment Gamer and more on YouTube and on X, Apartment Gamer 1. Yeah.
Yo, but I mean, we was just looking at the top draft picks and seeing what I was looking at it. Like how they. I was about to look at it, seeing what teams was built around them when they got drafted. Did they keep some of those players? How many of those players got traded? Like I know Kerry Kittles took somebody's spot. But yeah, man, shit. More than anything, man, I'm just anxious for May 12th, man. Other than that,
it's
man,
coming soon. It's coming soon.
Other than that, Scott, I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know what to tell you. I know. Derek Queen's still in the Sweet 16, and some of these players that's supposed to be top players, they not in the Sweet 16. So that's what I'm watching. I'm watching all of these players that we supposed to be watching. Which one of them going to the final dance? Yeah. If Cooper Flag win the fucking championship, bro, it's gonna be ridiculous. I just know that shit.
Yeah, he's going. I have a feeling he's going to go number 1 anyway. So it's pretty much etched in stone already.
Yo, Breezy, I didn't know Queen from B-more. I got a family in Baltimore. You know what I'm saying, like a distant family, but. I got my twin god brothers. They're from the same neighborhoods from The Wire, from the show. Like they used to watch in high school. You used to watch people getting capped over.
Yeah, say less. Oh yeah.
No, I was just saying, like like in the post game, like I'm from Baltimore.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Baltimore,
I heard you.
Baltimore people can hoop.
Right.
Yeah, that's the only reason. That's what I was saying. Not that
makes sense. That makes sense. Facts.
But yeah, my people's from the hard place though. From the hard place.
Yeah. Hold on. I want to say shout to LM, shout to Easy for joining the panel. But go ahead, Scott. Pass it to LM when you don't know. I just was just talking about. I really do want to see what's going to happen. See how things going to play out. I like listening to the games and you know what I'm saying, how they going to play out. But What do you? How you think it? And am I far fetched with Duke winning the whole thing, Scott?
No. I can see Duke winning. You know, they got the center that's playing real well right now. They shooting well.
Come on, Malawat.
Yeah, he's playing well. Even though he reminds me of Nick Claxton.
Nah, he's bigger and better. He gonna be better.
He's bigger, but I don't know about better.
I think he will be better.
Okay.
I want that nigga off my team. He got dunked on 3 times yesterday.
Yeah, well,
Get his ass up out of here.
But Leaf, you said you didn't see no guards after the 10?
After outside of the top 10, bro. After Fizz, bro. Like I don't like it. It should
I
get
think
hectic.
Fizz might not be picked in the top 10.
Well, after anybody that go after Fizz, bro, I really don't see no real starting potential.
Oh, okay. I think Igor can start.
Leaf took a side breath.
I think he can start.
Hold on. Yo, I don't listen. Hold on. We gotta figure
like
out
at least 2-3 years.
Hold on. LM, you agree with this, LM? Is no point guards later in the first round, or how you feel about that?
This the drop off is pretty after. I mean, you got Yegor, Dylan, obviously, Fears, Boogie. You got Dink Pate, Jace Richardson. But I mean, after that, you most likely start getting
a Hall of Famer. I said, what?
Who?
It's for me personally. I don't know, Jace Richardson. For me, I've made the mistake, and I've been watching. I don't know about y'all, but I've been watching the draft for a very long time, and since this team moved here in 2012. Like, if y'all want to blame somebody, y'all should be looking at the organization. They're the reasons why we haven't gotten any of the players that we look at now on this team. We traded our draft capital, you know what I'm saying? We made that trade, and we couldn't get none of the dudes that are in MVP talks. We didn't get none of the dudes that are in All-Star voting. We didn't get none of the dudes that's on Team USA. And we couldn't do that because we sold our draft capital away. So you know what? This is the situation that we're in.
Yeah, that's true. But you can't really blame. You really can't blame the owner of the Nets now for other owners.
Yeah,
I'm not. You can't. I'm not putting it on Sean Marks. I'm just saying. Okay. I'm just saying. This is the results of your predecessors.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you repeat cycles.
I agree.
This is what you get. Now you stuck here in the era where you don't got no stars, where you got no all-star talent, where you got no young talent to look forward to. This is the shithole that you get. This is what happens.
Whether it's Prokhorov, whether it's Sai, or whether it's any of them niggas from the Jersey days, bro. Like, I don't care who you blame it on, bro. Like, shit. It don't seem like it don't seem like ain't no sunshine on no side of the damn on no 4 sides.
Well, y'all act like there ain't no future, man.
I ain't even talking about I'm not even talking about Jersey.
I'm big optimism, man.
I'm not even talking about Jersey. I'm just talking about.
He's talking about since they've been in Brooklyn.
I'm talking about since 2012. Like since we've been here.
Since they've been here.
Shit is a toilet bowl, bro.
Listen. I just want to say this is a safe space for Nets fans to crash out. I already know that I am big optimism. That's me. I know what I do.
Me too.
This is not a safe place to crash out. No.
It ain't. It's been I don't care if it is or ain't, bro. It's a shit show, and we gotta find some way to clean this shit up.
What I wanted to finish saying was not necessarily the owners. I'll get to that later, but the main thing is what I've done a horrible job of in the past few years is making judgment on players in the moment. and it is now 2025, and a lot of the dudes that I was saying gonna be nice weren't, and a lot of the dudes I said I was gonna be ass are clearly the top of the top right now.
Talk your shit.
So for me,
talk that
so
shit.
for me,
is that I need names.
Talk that
I
shit,
thought Markelle Fultz was gonna be one of those ones. Where is he now? I thought Josh Jackson was gonna be one of those ones. Where is he at now? Couple of the picks that I made I was horribly wrong. So realistically, in these certain drafts, I'm not saying that these players ain't, everybody got their own judgment.
Yeah, you're right.
But I'm not going to make a mistake on ruling out certain niggas that niggas look like, they're going to be ass in a few years.
LM, bro. Listen.
I'm with you, LM.
I already know what you're doing, bro. Listen, you already speaking. You're already speaking in an omen already.
No,
basically,
omen.
What omen?
No.
He already speaking in an omen already. Because the second that you said Markelle Fultz and Josh Jackson, I'm like, wait, what?
Josh Jackson was the 4th pick. If you saw what he did in college, you knew he was a good player
in college. He was a man.
Exactly. I thought
omens on the channel.
I don't think it's omens. I just think it's the fact that sometimes as Nets fans, we want these niggas to do Jesus miracles. Apparently, I get it because it's one of the hot picks. But you also have to be realistic about it and be like,
know what an omen mean?
I know the omens on your channel, Breeze. That's what you're doing.
I don't think it's I just think it's. I don't think it's an omen. I just think.
I didn't know we went down this dark road, bro. I didn't know you
listen. I'm not doing that. Listen. And you know what's so funny, Easy, is that when I pulled up Omen, they got it as a good example. It said they regarded the win as a good omen for the team. So omens could be good things. It's just where you know what I mean. Where the perspective is coming from. You know what I mean?
I'm not even pessimistic about it though. Like I think we do have a good future. I'm just saying, like,
I do too.
The dudes that saying, these players ain't gonna be shit, just hold off on that until we see, what they do in the NBA.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
You gotta give them a chance.
Once again, Booker averaged 7 points in the college, bro.
That's right.
That nigga's one of the top shooting guards in the league today.
Yep.
Like we gotta stop talking about these niggas in college. Like, they ain't doing that shit when they come here. You don't know what they gonna do when they get. They might be better in the NBA than they be in college.
All right, hold on.
Yo, not too much on Markelle, bro.
Markelle is one of my favorite players. Easy in college. I like him, but he wasn't what he was supposed to be.
Listen, hold on.
He on the Kings.
Hold on, I gotta say this. Listen. Y'all know this is a recap channel. I recap the Nets, right? But I want to ask y'all, do y'all want to? Because I'm really out. Because what happened with Easy, Easy, and I think it was Jay, and we was recapping a PCL, and it was Chill and Mike, and we was recapping, and then everybody was saying what Easy was saying. It was like, Mike beat Chill. Like,
who won that battle anyway?
Listen, Chill won it, but the people saying that Mike won it. Now, I'm saying that to say that Easy know how to judge a battle. When we was watching it live for the first time, Easy was the first one that called it. I was on the fence. I wanted to give it to Chill, but I'm not gonna lie, man. Mike was pushing the hard case.
Breeze. Everything I brought up, every question I brought up, wasn't that everything everybody said? All the questions, that's everything that everybody questioned.
You spot on with that shit, man. No lie. No lie. So I'm asking the panel, y'all want to recap some debates, or y'all good on that?
We can recap it.
Cause you know what I'm saying, I know y'all love to talk about the draft, man, but I'm just at this point, man. I just want to see what pick we gonna get. You know what I mean?
We almost there.
In the March 6th. I mean,
if we don't get top 3, bro, y'all niggas can take the wheel, bro. Fuck this draft, man.
It's gonna be good, man. It's gonna be good.
Fuck this draft.
Man. This nigga is Debbie Downer for everything, bro.
It's gonna be
great. At this point,
I'm telling you, some Nets fans really got trauma, bro. I understand it. Like it comes with the team.
It ain't being acknowledged enough, bro. Like fuck that.
No,
I don't need to be
bro.
I don't need to be sitting in the shitter, bro, for another 2-3 years. Fuck that.
You don't have to.
Bro, yeah,
What?
you could just change teams, bro. Like, and it's not
Said change
Change teams, bro. Niggas is too old for that
You
shit,
go
bro.
with the tangerine. You can get a tangerine uniform.
Like, yeah,
Hold up,
so,
bro. Hold up. We
listen,
not disrespecting up in here, bro. That's what we not doing.
listen, hold on.
Don't do
That's
that.
just messing
All
with
right,
you,
listen.
man.
What I'm
Man,
saying,
if them trash dudes
Them
around
niggas is
across
gonna
the
be in the
bridge
shitter real
can
soon,
support
bro.
their
I'm just
team, to support their team through thick and thin, we can do the same shit. Man.
Yeah, that's right.
Like
That's
them
right.
niggas was in the shitter for years. Like
Yes, it
we not
was. 10
like
and
come
years
on,
straight.
bro.
and they ain't start coming out of the shitter, bro, until 3 years ago. And
And
they
they
really
gonna be
wasn't
right
even
there
Until
again
they
soon.
and they
saw
They
it.
really
gonna be
wasn't
right there
even
again
confident in
soon.
that team, bro. Like they
And they
just
gonna
got
be
off.
right back soon.
Yeah,
So
they
Yeah,
gonna
I
be
know
right
they
back.
gonna be right back
back
soon because they
soon.
stupid.
Yeah, they're gonna be right back.
And our
They
front
got
office is just as dumb as theirs, bro. Like that's why we need to get rid of niggas.
It's
Okay.
big
Nah.
listen, bro. I can't let the negativity take over the panel. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
Nah,
bro.
Joe
Yeah, bro.
side.
Please,
I
bro.
You can't be
watched.
being
Yeah,
negative.
we need
Please,
some
bro.
positivity
Wait,
going on.
I
Please.
watched Joe side talk
Pivot.
on CNBC.
Pivot.
You gotta relax. Hold
I
on.
saw Joe side speak, and he really upset about how the team is, and he wanted to work. So he's
He
willing to
upset.
do
He
it.
the owner.
Yeah, but he is upset.
and he the reason for this shit show, man.
No,
Fuck
well,
what
he's
he's
not the
saying.
only reason. He's not the only reason. I
not,
think
yeah.
he knows.
If you
I think he knows what he need to do.
sit at the top, then you the major reason. Simple.
Well, I think he knows what he need to do. That's why them
Get
draft
Sean Marks the fuck out of there.
He need to get himself the F out of there.
Well, I think he wants Sean Marks
to
to fix the shit that he created.
Listen,
but
man,
he was along with it. He was with the Durant and everything. Get everybody and do what you need to do. The checkbook is open.
Joe Sodom got that. He don't got that. Yo, if you want something done, do it yourself type mentality.
Y'all should relax, man.
I don't know about that. I just know that he wants results, and everything he's done, he had results.
I'm with y'all on giving it time though. Like I think we gotta give this time. We just entering the rebuild stage.
Right. I know.
I think we just gotta give it time and see what happens.
I know that.
I'm not in the pessimistic side of things just yet.
Yeah, I feel they doing what they need to do.
Live chat easy so you could see that they was basically saying everything you were saying about that.
I don't even need the live chat, Breeze. I don't go if nobody chat.
I don't need it neither.
Look at the chat. It's all on my own.
I don't need it neither.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is I want to recap the debates. I'm waiting for Big Ox debate. He got a debate versus ZZ. So I'm waiting for that. We gotta wait for that.
He most likely gonna get his ass kicked.
I don't know.
All right, not too much. Not too much. I don't know
I'm
what's
shitting
going
on any and everybody
I don't know
tonight.
what's going on with this right now, bro.
Wait, I got a question. Who do y'all think, in your opinion, is like the best debater in the like spot? Like the best, like yo, he the top, like the top nigga in the this debating shit.
I ain't gonna
like,
lie.
who y'all think is number one?
Listen, LM, I thought it was Chill, and I seen him get beat by some guy named Mike.
Chill.
So I don't know who Mike is, bro. But he was the better debater that day. Leaf don't get in debates, but I like Leaf debates, but he don't get in debates, but he's smarter than everybody, so it's like whatever.
Yeah, Leaf
And
no
then
lie.
you guys tell me
Says who? Where did that come from? Hold on.
That's what he said. That like it's
So
too.
you
You don't remember that
title.
infamous? You don't remember that show, Easy? That infamous line?
No, I remember the show, but the self-proclaimed title. That's what we're talking about.
Yeah,
not
that's
the one
the
given
funny
by
part
the people.
about
The
it. He won't
self-proclaimed
debate
title.
nobody, but you come on, man. That's it. So my thing is, it is what it is, man. To answer your question, LM, is that's what I like about debating. I did not know who Mike was. Chill was the obvious favorite, and nah, man. Mike was saying that like counters what we like. Chill was saying what he was saying, but the counters that Mike was saying to what Chill was saying is
Chill
why
fucked up on that Harden and Maxey debate. Like I said from the fucking
I remember
start.
that shit. I remember that shit.
that was
When you
Oh
come
my
out
God.
and say, yo, Maxey is what everything old Harden is, you automatically undercut your fucking argument, bro. What are you talking about, bro? We are talking about somebody that niggas are trying to put in the top 3 in shooting guards of old time in his prime. If you gonna talk about Maxey like that, bro, you lost niggas off rip, and you know who your audience is. Off rip, number one, they like violating you for whatever reason, bro. They like going at you, bro. So when you say some bullshit like that, you ignite them. Number 2, bro, you have to take into account what you're saying, bro. All because you don't like Harden doesn't mean people don't rate Harden, bro. You in the debate and the people
that is true.
Come on, son. Come on.
That is true.
You know who judging, bro. You know who judging, bro.
They said Fluent, one of the judges. I cried. I cried.
You can't debate with your fan feeling coming out. You can't be a fan and debate.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie. When I heard shout to Chill, that's my guy, man. Like I said, he the favorite going into the debate. But when he said that
he hang around too many young niggas, that's what's going on.
Yeah, I say, yo, all I remember was Houston Harden. I'm like, what? Why would he say that?
The second that he said that shit, whoever gave him that round, whoever gave him points for that round, bro, they needed.
They was at his last picnic, right?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like that is serious.
They invited to the party.
I mean, but listen, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Like, if you could tell, like the thing over there, bro, like when the normal people that's on the panel, they gonna get the benefit of the doubt, bro. Like if people on the if people that's in the chat is getting the votes, it's one of the reasons, bro, why they just need to strictly stick to like judges. To me, bro, like it's just, I ain't gonna lie to you, because if the fan votes my 9 times out of 10, you already know who gonna win that shit every single time. So,
but it was judges though. It's judges that take
okay. Like if it's judges, then it's an easy payoff for Chill, bro. Like he can just size some shit. I don't trust nobody.
Yeah. Yeah, when you compare Maxey and Harden, like the lines get blurred after that when you start talking crazy like that. So, I mean,
yo, do y'all got any battles? I mean, any debates y'all want to recap right now?
If you want to, which one was it?
I like John. Pause. I thought he was a good debater.
You could do that one if you want to. Which one was it? I forgot the one.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember the one too.
I barely even looked at any of that shit, bro.
If you want to go to Pirate and Braxton Bandit debate,
Pirate and Brax?
Yeah, if you want to do
that. So Brax got Pirate up out of here?
So one of the people from the chat packed up somebody that I love talking basketball with.
Who was that?
Pirate. And he packed
Brax that. Got rid of Pirate?
Well, I'll say the judges got rid of Pirate, but I can still understand why they did it. But
what was the topic?
One of the topics was who.
Shit. You know what the thumbnail look like? It's a bunch of them. I'm lost right now.
Let me see.
Lost in the sauce.
Hold on, let me get my laptop. One of the topics was, I think, if you could compliment, who can you? It was, I forgot the thing. It was who can make, which duo can be the best thing in the NBA. So I think in current players, I think Pirate chose Ant-Man and Anthony Edwards. I think to compliment Ant-Man, I think the Pirate chose SGA and Ant-Man, and Brax chose Ant-Man and Wemby.
This is Mars versus Pirate, so this can't be that one.
No, that's
I guess this got to be all of them. I guess like a playlist or something.
I mean,
yeah, because they usually have like 4 or 5 battles like every episode or some shit like that. And like the past couple weeks.
Okay, so I heard what Easy said.
Nah, that's old. That shit old. I think that shit old. Yeah, that shit old. Remember, this nigga didn't cut his hair.
Okay.
It gotta be.
He got a belt.
I think I saw one with Ant on the.
Yo, these
No, that's
gotta
Ron
cut
right
that shit
there.
out with the belt.
That nigga got a belt. He got a belt.
No, Ron.
No, yeah, they got
That
a
title
belt.
belongs to
PCL,
the
bro.
winner.
That's special.
These niggas
That
got a
title
belt.
belongs
It's
to the
5
winner.
racks on the line.
He gotta cut that.
That title belongs to the
He's
winner.
not in New York. I already know.
Oh
He's not in New York.
shit!
The title
They got
belongs
a
to the winner,
belt.
bro. Nah, this is old because Ron don't even got dreads no more.
Wow,
Yeah,
they
it
take it
gotta be
serious.
old, bro.
They take it serious.
And plus his setup when they were doing the PCL.
Yo, he got
snapping
the
like
background, everything. He got the background, all that
the setup
shit.
is different.
He set all that shit up. He probably took mad time to do that. Damn. I hope he's getting money from this shit. That's crazy. Well, old boy got the belt on.
I got you right now, Breeze. Let me look for it right now.
I'm trying to figure out.
Yeah, this shit is 6 out of 40. I ain't gonna hold you. This nigga got 40 videos.
I'm trying to get the timestamp for you so you can just jump right to it too. So hold on.
Yeah. Right, he said 6 out of 40. I said, hold on.
Yeah, word. You gotta go through all the videos, bro.
There's a long way and there's a short way.
Yo, this shit is funny. PCL. Okay. Oh, that player's choice. Huh.
So this is 10 days ago. This is
Nah, they be having some good debates sometimes. It's just most of the times they be losing me with some of these.
When they gave Chill and Mike that debate about who can, and like I said from before, it was head to head. It was Charlotte versus Wizard. When they gave Chill and Mike that debate about who could win the 7-game series between Charlotte and the Wizards, that was a nasty one.
Y'all want to watch?
Y'all want to sound there.
Hold on. Y'all want to watch the Chill and Mike? This was a good debate, yo. This was like a favorite versus underdog. Mike was really the underdog in this, bro. If I was I put my money on Chill before this battle. This debate.
You see, and this is what I said. This is what I be talking about right here. You see, niggas be looking at me like I'm crazy, bro. But this what I be fucking saying right here, bro. You motherfucking think this little nigga right here is the underdog. Nigga, every time I come into battle, nigga, I'm destroying you 110% because I don't know who the fuck you are. And even if I know who you are, I don't give a fuck who you are, nigga. You have to get destroyed. Never step in this ring with me. And if you decide to step in this ring with me, bring everything and I'ma let you know I'm better than you. I'm that nigga.
Easy.
Never make that fucking mistake again.
Easy is saying all the right shit, but we gotta realize the background to this debate is that Chill is already pissed off that he had to face somebody that
he didn't do what he needed
from
to
the
do.
chat.
He didn't do what he needed to do.
But y'all don't have to.
I mean,
the judges felt that way. So
never happen again. You never disrespect my name ever again.
When the judges felt that way, bro.
Put me into bigger heads, bro. Last year I went against OG the Beast. We had a battle. This time I'm going against some little nigga. And I'm fucking in a dog fight, nigga. What?
But you can argue that.
I'm sure Chill probably said. I'm sure Chill probably thought that to himself if he watched the battle back, bro. Like, listen, I ain't talking to him.
That might be Chill for. Don't be underestimating.
Yeah, I didn't talk to him. I didn't talk to him about it, bro. Like, I ain't talked to him about the battle or whatever. But I mean, I'm pretty sure everything that Easy was saying, he probably thought that all after the fact, and he realized it.
Yo, why he got the Aladdin vest on? Oh boy, on the right.
This probably the best.
Chill out my boy Ron. Chill out my boy Ron.
Nah. Ron.
They gotta be out of town.
Nah. Hold up. Nah, it's a story behind that. Ron got his own. It's a story behind that. Ron got his own.
Aladdin.
Ron make his own custom suits and shit.
Okay. All right.
Shout out to my nigga.
Shout out to Ron, bro.
I can't laugh at that.
Said Aladdin.
Yo, shout out to his vest, man. Shout out to his vest. You know what I'm saying?
That's the double-breasted joint right there.
Yo,
all right, he makes suits. All right.
Yo, no, it looks like brown too.
But no.
It's a vest.
When you hear the backstory, it makes sense though, right? Right, Scott?
Yeah.
Right. He just not
like I would have told him, damn, you look fly. Yo.
Look like he just got off work and shit, right?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow, like a telemarketing job.
Oh, I found the break. Okay, but we could do the chill one. We could do the. I mean,
no. Which one would like? Because we did the chill one already. If you got another one you want to pick, we could pick that one. Or we could do the chill one, like you said.
I found the Brax and the
Brax
and pirate debate.
Okay, yeah, I want to see that. That. Is it the same one? Am I on the right one?
No, you're not.
Okay.
You put it in the private chat.
Yeah. Damn, I'm on my laptop right now. Hold on.
No. Yeah, I could find it. Ain't no problem. That was 9 days ago. So
go to their channel.
Just give them the timestamp, bro.
Nah, because it's the first one. So the minute you go to it, it's going to be the first debate. Go to who's the best rookie in the NBA.
Okay.
I feel like I'm in a Denzel movie. Great debaters.
Yo, but I'm telling you, son. Yo, my boy, chill, bro. You see, this is what happens. Yo, you see, this is what happens when you chill with too many little niggas for too long, and they start making sense to you, right?
They start right? Poisoning your mind with that.
No. Real quick, right? Real quick. Could little niggas be cooking, bro? They be talking their shit, bro. But this is when trust and honesty comes into the conversation now, right? This is when can I fucking trust you when you just a troll all the damn time, and I don't even know when you turn it on or off now, bro. You know why? Because now when I'm kicking game, when I'm cooking now I see you fucking what I'm saying, right? And we both come to understanding in agreement. Now I take honesty out. Now I start putting some bullshit here or there. Since I've been cooking, right? And I convinced you that I've been cooking, right? Mm-hmm. That little bullshit that I'm slipping in on there is fucking up your mind in basketball. But you agreeing with me and you rolling with it. But you taking honesty out of the conversation now because you're a little fucking troll now. So now my basketball knowledge is kind of diluted. I'm looking at numbers. Meanwhile, the whole time I've been looking at the game and you praise me for looking at the game in my eyes. Now when you're introducing all these numbers, I have to fucking pay attention to. Oh shit. Yo, you don't know what the fuck you talking about over there. Well, this is what you told me. No, I didn't tell you that. You see what the fuck going on? This is why you take your backhand, right? You take your backhand and your front knuckles and then your open palm and you show niggas what a 5-finger discount feel like, nigga. That's what goes on right here, nigga. Yes.
All right,
yes.
So yes. You ready? Everybody ready for hold on. This is the rules of engagement, right? So basically just let them get their shit off when we're going to debate it round by round. You know what I mean? We're going to let both of them get their first rounds off, and then we'll reconvene. But please, let's be non-biased. You know what I'm saying? Let's be non-biased.
Is this for money? I don't get it.
Yes. $5,000.
I thought they doing this shit for free.
No, $5,000.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm not debating for free. I ain't gonna hold you.
Hold on, real quick.
Debating for free.
Wait,
but they don't give out no second place prizes.
No, that's what I'm saying though. Like, so, like, if you lose, you debated for free though.
That's true. That's true.
You get a
in
set
the street. You debate for free.
I'll probably get into like an actual beef with these people and shit.
Yo, hold on, chill out, man.
No, I'm talking about debating. I'm not you. I'm talking about debating shit.
But a part of it too is like the name and like if you like a content creator, like you smaller uptime, you like this could bring like some clout to your name type shit, like make basketball content and shit like that. So and they could fuck with you. It could make a partnership and shit like that. So like you a nigga in the chat now. You pop up on the panel here or there. You not a nigga from the chat no more. You a nigga that popped up on the panel.
Don't let Easy blow your head up. Then
I think they did that. They did that to one. I forgot who it was, but they did that to someone. They was having a Anthony Davis versus Tim Duncan debate or some shit like that, and they brought somebody up from the chat.
Hold on,
that nigga was tweaking. But let's get to it.
Hold on, let's get to the debate. Let's see what happens. All right, y'all. Please don't cut these dudes up, even if y'all agree or disagree. No ad-libbing. Let's get straight through it. I'm trying to be a professional recap channel. You know what I'm saying? Don't fuck this up for me, man. let's get this. Let's
let me light my split for them.
Do no further ado. Pirate, what's going on, my friend?
Ron, how you doing?
I'm doing all right, man. You ready to make a deep run again?
I mean, we'll see how the cards fall, but you better call out whoever made us wait, because I don't want people thinking I was holding this ship up.
Okay.
I don't appreciate waiting, honestly. The last guy who made me wait, you can find him in Chicago. You can find
Pirate,
you can find the rest of them in Albuquerque.
I would never make you wait, Pirate. Now this guy right here, I don't know about him, but
Chat,
me
I just want to let y'all know Ron is a liar. Ron, and I will never be a part of another organization with him again.
Yo,
Ron is a liar.
We have a pirate versus a bandit, and if there was a group of guys that you couldn't trust, it might be a bandit,
real quick, Breeze.
Maybe it's an L host. I don't know, but all I know.
It's just a pirate without a sense of adventure. So it's good to see you, though, Brax. Good to see you.
Good to see you too, man.
Well, let's go ahead and get into it. We got the first pirate versus the final bandit. I got a minute and 30 seconds. It's on you, Pirate, and your topic is who's the best teammate you can put next to Anthony Edwards. I'm interested to see what direction you guys go. Pirate, your time will start when you start.
So it's pretty easy for me. SGA Bonafides go without saying. He was the MVP runner-up last year, probably the MVP this year. He's in the midst of one of the most productive stretches of any guards ever. This season, 33, 5, and 6 on 53% from the floor, 37% from three, 90% from the line. It's practically 50, 40, 90 on 33 points a game with grade A defense. It's phenomenal. Now, were SGA to side up with Ant's 28, 6, and 5, they would immediately enter the conversation for the best backcourt in NBA history. SGA would give Ant exactly what he needs times 1,000. So consider this. SGA has scored as many points as every single Minnesota guard to play a minute not named Anthony Edwards combined. That's 10 guys. All right. There's virtually no weaknesses with an embarrassment of skills between the two. Near complete floor games on both ends from both players. SGA is a 6'6", 200-pounder, able to guard 1 through 3 expertly. Near 1 steal and a block per game to go along with his offensive skills. Ant's explosive, strong, also easily able to guard 1 through 3. The athleticism, scoring, shot creation, playmaking, rebounding, defense from a backcourt like this has just never been seen in the history of the NBA. They would also easily dominate every backcourt in the league while offering the team not just incredible production, but versatility and the ability to play virtually any 3 players of any skill type alongside of them.
So on you, Final Bandit.
When you look at the best duos throughout history, it's always going to be a guard and a big, so they can have a dynamic duo that makes up for each other's weaknesses and strengths. With this being said, I think the best answer for this question would be Victor Wembanyama. With Victor Wembanyama and Anthony Edwards, the main reason I think this would be the best duo is because they are both super young. They will share their the majority of their prime together, with Ant being 23, Victor Wembanyama being 21. That's at least 10 to 12 years of maximum elite performance throughout the NBA. I believe that Wemby, since he averages 4 blocks a game and he was basically running away with Defensive Player of the Year before he went down, he would make up for Anthony Edwards in the sense that, not make up for Anthony Edwards, but he would defensively, this would be one of the best duos that you could probably think of in the league currently, on top of the fact that they will be able to build off of each other and be the extremely fast learners and students of the game that they are. We know this because each player has been able to take leaps from the previous year to now. So with Ant being a decent shooter last year to being one of the best shooters this year, the same thing going with Wemby, who this year, before he went down, was taking 9 threes a game, shooting 35% from 3. I think that would be a great duo.
Back to you, Pirate.
Well, I tell that formula of small and the big to MJ and Scotty.
All right, I'm gonna keep it real with you, bro. I'm gonna go first, and we could go straight down. Everybody
real
gonna
quick,
get like.
Real quick, we gotta pause it on the talking points because they have a lot of talking points wrapped up in their round. So we
no. But what I'm saying is we gotta get through it too. So because there's 6 of us on the panel, 5 of us. But I said that to say
it don't have to be long soliloquies though. Yep.
Right, no. My soliloquy gonna be 30 seconds. I expect that from all of us. All right, so I think Pirate was way more composed, got to his points way quicker than Brax. I just felt like it was a clean win for Pirate. And it was a nice touch seeing him smoke while his opponent was trying to talk, like a certain coolness to him. Like, I ain't worried about nothing, you know what I mean? So I gotta say, I give that first round to Pirate. What about you, Scott? How you call it? Pirate is the one with the Raiders hat.
Yeah, I give it a Pirate just because he was cool. He explained why a little better about they statistics and stuff. So I thought it fit better. That's it.
All right, it's on you,
Ella. Bias aside, because I think Wemby and Ant would be a good duo.
Yes, it would.
But I'm gonna go with Pirate, man. He got, like you said, he got to his point, got the, went to the numbers, made, the clear, concise, point on why SGA and Ant will work together, which I think that would be just an unstoppable duo as well. So yeah, I think Pirate just, got straight to the point, when Brax kind of looked like he was kind of fumbling on his words a little bit, you know what I'm saying? So,
you gonna heat up.
I have a feeling, it's just round one. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to put that on too much, but I definitely got Pirate for round one.
Shout out to my dog, Brax. Shout out to my dog. He, when you first come to start the debate, off rip, you got a little jitters. You're not fully prepared, even though you came prepared. So let me say this real quick, and I wanted to pause it when it was talking. So you gotta pay attention because this is a PC thing. So one of the things about PC, right? There's certain characters that's just buzzwords. Like in here too. Like the minute you say Nicholas Claxton, like it's a war. Like a war just gonna happen for some reason. Like for some reason. Or before when you brought up Ben Simmons, fight. So when you bring up Wemby, that's a buzzword right there. Oh shit, Wemby? Yeah. So in terms of the eyes of the debaters or the judges and the jury, when they heard Wemby, yeah, they were with it. Now, one thing I'll say about Brax about his debate that was a little bit profound to me was one of the best duos that you could put in the NBA is a guard and a big man because they could complement each other and cover for each other's flaws. Now, I want to hear what Brax rebuttals with in round two, but you can give it to Pirate. But the thing with Pirate debate, right? So the numbers he's using for SGA and Ant-Man are because they are the sole options on their team right now with the points and the production that they're putting up right now. You're trying to put them together. So SGA takes about 24 shots. Ant-Man takes about 21. There's like 5 shots in the game, roughly. So everybody else getting 20 shots.
I thought the question was
who
the backcourt. The backcourt.
No, the question was who could be a better complement to Ant-Man.
In the backcourt.
No. Just a better compliment to Ant-Man.
All right. Okay.
Easy. The reason why I didn't give it to Brax for saying Wemby is because the first thing I thought is Wemby like playing on the wing. He like shooting threes.
I thought it was just a backcourt. That's what I thought.
No. He said the best teammate, and I.
Okay. All right. Okay.
And the reason why I went with SGA is because I felt like this Minnesota. You know what I mean? They need better point guards.
Why you said Minnesota when the question for Ant?
No, because the Minnesota, they don't have a complimenting point guard.
People going back to Minnesota when it's for Ant-Man.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but
you see what I'm saying though? But that's what I'm saying. You see,
listen,
Breeze, but that's what I'm saying right there though. You keep on going back to the team when the debate is for how it complements Ant-Man.
Right.
Minnesota.
He made it seem like Wemby play on the post. That's not true. He don't be playing on.
But even if he play on the wing, right? Let's just take that into account, right?
Yeah, okay.
That would mean that's almost like what Cat was doing last year for Ant-Man. Now Ant-Man in this year, he taking more threes, so better 3-point, and then like he driving a little bit less to the basket, a little bit less. So and not getting as much fouls as he used to. But before he was getting that with Cat because he was opening up the floor. So what Wemby brings to Ant-Man complements him and helps his game out. Now my thing is, right, and I'm still rolling with Pirate, but if Brax rebuttals in the way I think he should rebuttal, I'm gonna give it to Brax. But if you're putting SGA with Ant-Man, like I said, SGA takes about 25 shots a game? Ant-Man takes about 21. So who's sacrificing him?
The only thing, if I'm Pirate, the only thing I would give that they both probably have a point in is that Wemby is the sole creator and number one option on his team too. So if that and Wemby takes the most shots on San Antonio, nobody else takes more shots than Wemby.
I see it.
He got injured.
I see it. Yeah.
If you're talking about Wemby going to playing alongside Ant, you would probably have to have the same discussion of who's getting the most touches. I would assume it would be Ant, but realistically, Wemby is he wants to be a numero uno. Like you could just see it in his game and his mentality. So,
I can see where the Wemby thing would be. Now that I changed the way I thought it was the backcourt, but being that it's not just the backcourt, it's anything. That pick and pop with Wemby is going to be devastating.
Lethal.
And I still got Pirate, but you're talking about a dude that can. And you're talking about a 7'4" like guard that can create for himself. He can put the ball on the floor. And to Breezy's point, like I know what you're saying, Breezy. He plays on the offensive side, on the the wing and the post. But you're talking about a guy who has an 8-foot wingspan who cannot. He can easily go from the wing spot in the 3-point line
to
the inside in 4 seconds.
It'd be a pick and pop.
Also, again, this is more of what I was saying too. I'm not trying to Again, the point is that when defenses want to clamp up on Ant-Man, they'll just double or triple team, or they'll do ball denial. With a player like SGA in the backcourt, you can't even do that no more. You cannot double Ant-Man if you got SGA as the point guard. It's just it's gonna cost the defense. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I think the Wemby is a good case, especially if he would have articulated it a little better. But just for the recap of it, I got Pirate round one.
But real quick, and we're gonna go to round two. But that's why I said Wemby is a buzzword, because the minute you throw that name out there, everything that comes along with this little nigga gets a tribute to him. But you don't even have to say it, right? You don't have to say it, right?
Yeah.
You don't have to say it, right? All right, but let's go. But I'll still get the Pirate.
All right, cool. Damn, this is sweet.
They probably have something to say about it. I'd say SGA is the perfect backcourt teammate for Ant, especially considering how Ant is evolving this year. Ant has become deadly from behind the line. He's shooting 40% on over 10 attempts a game, while taking 50% of his shots from three. He's driving and shooting from mid-range far less. His looks at the baskets have steadily dropped from over 30% of his shots as a rookie to 17% in this season. Their shot charts complement each other perfectly and allow both to maximize production. Where Ant is only taking 25% of his shots between 3 and 16 feet, SGA is taking 45% of his shots from that distance while being absolutely deadly. He's 57% from 10 to 16 feet, which is insane. SGA is also an insane 76% from 0 to 3 feet. Both Ant and SGA are in effect combo guards. They're both able to create for themselves and each other and teammates. For SGA, 78% of his twos and 64% of his threes are unassisted. It's very PG-like and is more than capable of creating for himself with 62% of twos and 55% of threes unassisted. But SGA would allow Ant to thrive more off-ball while still getting that high level of playmaking from shooting guard. So on offense, the scoring ability covers all corners of the floor, playmaking ability, and let alone the auxiliary rebounding both provide, would be absolutely historic.
Brax, 1 minute and 30.
Well, you bring up Scotty and Jordan. That's a great point, but I believe that there will be more examples of guards and bigs who won. I think Shaq and Kobe would have something to say about that. But anyways, I believe putting a player next to Ant who competes on the defensive end will also give him the energy that he needs to work on the offensive end. If you put SGA and Ant together, which might I add, I will say is a pretty good duo. It's not better than this duo because you will effectively be taking the ball out of Ant's hands because we all know that SGA is most effective with the ball in his hands, and the same thing could be said as Ant. Now, if you give Anthony Edwards a partner who effectively Wemby has never had a shot created to the level of Anthony Edwards, that would be an extremely dynamic duo because that is something Wemby has been missing his entire career, and has been needing. To also add on to that, like I said earlier, this is an elite defensive duo where Anthony Edwards can hound on the perimeter and he can funnel into Victor Wembanyama, or if they're on a team that's cooperative enough, you can put him on a team that funnels into an even better rim protector, and then you have Wemby coming from a help side at any angle. That is just I'm sorry, but I'm pretty sure you can just think about that right now. That is insane. So on top of the fact that Wemby is also younger than SGA, once again, this is going to be an elite duo for at least 10 to 12 years minimum.
Fellas, it's the 3-minute round. Y'all know what to do. We going back and forth. Let's get into it.
Yeah, I mean, Wemby looks great.
So, one of the things I want to harp on that Brax is doing a good job on, he bringing NBA business within this argument as well, so to make it as realistic as possible. And he set that stone up from the first round. He told y'all that Ant-Man is 23, Wemby is 21, so you could have these niggas under contract for 10 to 12 years. Now, Pirate could have went at that point and said, I don't know, because you're going to have to pay both these motherfuckers a Supermax, so I don't know how you're going to do that. But he chose not to do that, right? So now, since you don't go at that point, he builds off of that point, right? This is why if any point you give to a nigga, they try to put out, you try to attack that point, make them waste time explaining it, instead of building upon it. Now he builds upon it, right? Now he says, yo, they complement each other, they have a great defense, and now you could go on with each other for as long as you want now with these niggas, right? So now he builds upon making this point realistic as possible.
Yeah. He had a good he's making sense. I just don't like in debaters concede. Like he's that would be a good pick. And I'm thinking to myself, like, yeah, what? I'm still because he just fresh off that. So the fact that he followed up and said, but it won't be better, then I'm like, I'm back listening. But don't even give him that. Don't say that shit, man. Don't say that shit'll be bad. They both need the ball, blah blah blah. Say it's gonna be bad. Tell me all the reasons it's gonna be bad. I don't like that. But I do think Pirate rainbowed off a lot of numbers. Brax, he kind of articulated what he was saying. It's tough, man. Round 2 is a little tougher than round 1.
I'll say this for round 2. Pirate argument in round 2 was very good.
Yeah.
I mean, it really focused more on the offensive side of a court, and really talked about how each other could complement each other, so it won't take away from each other's game. So for me, right, remember, I'm talking about the shots, right? The shot distribution. One takes 25, another takes like 22, but it could fluctuate, right? How it's about to work. He basically saying, no, it could work because where this motherfucker is effective at, this nigga's not. But where this nigga's effective at, the other nigga's not. And then they both could play make, so it's not like they're going to be hogging the rock all the fucking day. They can pass the ball, and plus, both these niggas rebound. So, if any time, I could gang rebound, or this nigga could get the rebound off the fucking rock, right off the rim, push that pace, and we off this bitch, right? So, he making these points, right? Good, great points. Brax counters that point, not really attacking him, but emphasizing how good his combo is. So he says now, Ant-Man and Wemby on the defensive end is gonna be great. You still got you don't got to answer for that, and he gives you examples of how that could go. So that
was interesting. That was interesting because he took the defensive approach opposed to the offensive approach, and when Wemby averaging like shy of 4 blocks, kind of stands out, kind of sticks out. You know what I mean?
But that's the best approach to take, Breeze, because
it is. It is.
Imagine you taking the offensive approach, like SGA. I know we just living through it right now, but as we go down in time, this is going to be one of the best guard seasons ever from a guard. Like, it's damn near up with MJ. He's surpassing some of MJ's numbers. You feel what I'm saying? Whether we like it or not, that's what's happening, right? So this is who SGA is. He's averaging 33 right now. Like, that's an incredible number. Like, that's an incredible player right there. So, like, that's a high-level player, bro. That's a high-level player.
So, all right. So, what we doing, man? We got to go to LM because I'm going to just say Pirate, man, because he pretty much backed what he said with numbers. And I'm not going to lie, man. He picked the right player. His debate style has to be more aggressive, though. Got to be more aggressive.
Oh, you're going to see aggressive right here.
All right. But LM, who you got in this, Pirate or Brax?
I think I'm gonna go Brax this one.
Okay.
Yeah. He. The point that I think I agree with him is, which I think Wemby does better than SGA because we have to see it. Even though SGA is having a historical year, these are two ball dominant dudes. I think Wemby, at this point, even though he's 21, I think he plays off the ball better. Like, he's not a guy where he necessarily has to have the ball in his hands. He can catch and shoot. He can go off the pick and pop. If he needs to create, he can. But if you're playing, like he said, Ant will be the greatest shot creator that he's played with in his years in the NBA. So realistically, right? You talk about there's nobody even on the Spurs team that would demand the attention that Ant would get if he pair those two together, which leaves him open to. We say a lot of times, yo, why Wemby don't play in the paint more? That would probably be a reason for him. Yo, they doubling him. I can just go in the paint. I'm 7'4". I can shoot the three, but realistically, they probably going to try to get to double Ant from the 3-point line. I'm sure he can find me on the cut. I'm right there. And on top of that, I like the age argument. He's 21, they're 23. Realistically, yeah, you will have to pay him the Supermax, but you cross that bridge when you get there. Realistically, you got two of arguably the best young superstars in the league together on one team. He can cover. I think Wemby can cover 1 through 5, and then you got a guy that can cover possibly 1 to 2, depending on 1 through 3. And then on top of that, they not in the conversation, but also Jaden McDaniels in that lineup if you're keeping him. That defensive trio, I ain't gonna lie, that it will be very hard pressed to get in the way of that on the defensive end.
Shit,
and it
man,
allows Ant to not. If you do keep Rudy, that's freaking insane. But on top of that, Ant, you don't really have a guard competing with you in the backcourt. Ant has told about wanting to play make and be a better playmaker. He can work on that.
I'm gonna go with Brax. All right, cool. Yeah, we gotta because it's late. Yeah, that's the only reason why I'm cutting the soliloquy short. But I appreciate it, and I'll probably start the show with just recapping it on an off night like tonight, opposed to talking about the draft. We'll just start with the recap so we can get the full soliloquies from all of the panelists. I do like to hear the articulation of why I chose this debater or the other debater. But all right, we're gonna keep it going. Scott. What you think, Scott?
Yeah, I'm gonna just keep it simple. I like Brax's argument of the age thing, and You know how I feel about a traditional center, but Wemby is more than a traditional center. I think that pick and pop, like I said earlier, would be lethal.
Yeah.
And defensively, Wemby can float behind, and it'll just be lethal defensively for him. I think it'll work. You know, I think the ball hog thing. Yeah, I mean, he's talking about numbers that they shoot when they not around each other, but them numbers ain't going to be the same when them two is on the same floor.
Word.
All right,
so it's only one. It's only like I tell people all the time. It's only 4 quarters, and there's only so many shots each team going to put up.
Real quick, if we go to the next round, but that's why I said, like, he brought up the numbers, and that's why I said, yo, these are numbers, and they're not together. Meanwhile, Brax is describing the game, what he sees with his eyes,
right.
How it could complement each other on the court. That's a big difference, and then he made it even more realistic with a point that you did not attack, while emphasizing their age and how it could work together in contract negotiation. All right.
Yeah.
Can't keep now, but it's about to get spicy. Let's go.
Yeah, and again, just for the rules of engagement, the way it works is that all of this is one round. So the first 2 rounds, they say they piece about why. The next 2, the second round is kind of like them countering what each one say, and the third round they go. The third round they debate back and forth together at the same time. So that's where we at right now.
Well, it depends on how you want to take it, because some people, there've been some debaters, they started off some of their points like off the first round, they attacked, like they didn't even try to emphasize their point. They attacked the other debater side of rip, and they went first. Like, so some people take some of their arguments differently. You know what I'm saying? You gotta just watch and see how they take it and judge it for how you feel about it.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna get to the last round right now.
He looks great for a young kid, but I mean, if we're honest, he's still a fistful of potential. To bank on 10 to 12 years of Wemby going off his physique.
You fight that?
Yeah, I fight that. Absolutely, I fight that. Are you kidding me?
No,
he's 7'4" and lanky. You're just gonna chalk up a 10 to 12 straight years of Wemby.
Give me 10 to 12 years of
compared to the SGA, who has proven he's right now. He's only 26, and right now he's playing at the heights of all guards in the history of the NBA.
Who's to say that duo will be as effective as I said, Wemby and Ant would be? They make up for each other's similarities and differences. They would be a perfect duo.
SGA and Ant would be such a solid backcourt. They're both able to distribute and scoring at such a high level.
You trust Ant off the ball?
Virtually any combination of 3 players.
He does not like to be off the ball. He admitted that he likes to be the shot creator. So you're going to effectively get rid of the best thing that Ant is doing by putting the ball in Shai's hands?
The best thing that he's doing? The best thing that he's doing right now this year, what he's showing is the best thing that he's doing. He's an all-pro shooting guard waiting for a backcourt teammate to
he's waiting for a playmaker that is going to get him in his spot. He is not waiting for somebody that is going to get the ball out of his hands. That is 2 completely different things.
There's 48 minutes. There's 48 minutes a game. That's the exact time. That's the exact same kind of stuff they said with, you can't put KD with Steph because they're going to eat into each other's time. There's 5 positions in 48 minutes in the game. If you have a backcourt of SGA and Ant, which completely complement each other, which cover pretty much every corner of the floor. Now Ant can be this
every cover of the floor, including rebounding and help side defense.
You can run any front. You could literally run any type of front court with the combination of SG and Ant. You could run a physical. You could run a physical inside.
You think a front court is more dynamic than a big and a guard?
I'm saying the versatility is you could run virtually any kind of front court and it would work. You could run a finesse shooting front court and the physicality and defense of SGA and would cover for it. You could run a physical dominant inside front court and shift most of the scoring and playmaking responsibilities onto SGA and Ant. You could even throw in a point of attack point guard and shift SGA and.
But we're talking about duos. Why would we throw somebody else in there?
Because you need 5 players to play basketball.
I know, but
so the versatility and the lineups that you can create with the 2 players matters. And again, once again, SGA is actually achieving right now. He's actually achieving historic levels of guard play. Wemby, though he looks good, he's still a fistful of potential. You can't just chalk up a decade.
All right, y'all. That is time. That was a hell of a round, y'all.
Yeah, it's just about. I just felt like it was just about Ant-Man and Shea. When Braxton didn't really get his shit off to say anything about Wemby. Like, it's just about whether he agree or disagree about Shea. He didn't really get his Wemby shit.
Real quick, let me say this. Let me just say this real quick for quick clarity, right? When we do debating online, right? So one of the things that play into effect that niggas don't like to like call out is how loud your mic can get, right? So if you making a point and then I have a loud mic and I overtalk you, right? And I cut you off and my shit is so loud, it's gonna be more profound because you can't hear me. Meanwhile, it sounds like I'm on a fucking roll. So just keep that in mind.
No, I agree with you totally. The quality of your audio plays a big part in your debate. You know what I mean? Yeah. you got.
But you got to factor that out sometimes. So you got to factor that out.
Yeah, but as a fan, it's hard to do that. You just see who's making sense, and no, seriously,
it's hard.
The one who's making the sense and the one who's the loudest. That's who you can hear. You know what I mean? That's what it is. And Brax, respectfully, it looked like he on a laptop mic. I'll be on a laptop mic. I'm on a laptop mic right now. I'm not going to keep it real with you. You know what I'm saying? So that being said, there is a difference between a laptop mic and an actual podcast mic. The audio is crisper, if that's a word. It's crisp. You know what I'm saying? And it is what it is. I used to be an engineer, so I got an ear for it. But that being said, Pirate, man. What about you, Scott? How you feel?
I feel so far Pirate. I gave Brax 1, but this one I gotta give back to Pirate.
I like Brax. I wanted Brax to beat Pirate.
Actually, to be honest with you, he's right. Wemby would be a fucking excellent thing for fucking and I think, SG is good. Don't get me wrong. That would be a nice combo. But it'll be one night one person is on and the next night somebody's on. Where if Ant was with Wemby, neither one of them, one of them can be on and the other one can be off, but they still effective. Effective.
We gotta get through it, Scott. We gotta get through it. LM, talk to us, LM. Who you got in there?
My fault. I'm not even gonna lie. I think I'm gonna take Brax, man. I think them and like.
Are you choosing them over
him and Wemby? No, I'm not choosing no bias because the first I was with Pirate in the first round, but realistically, now that I think more about it, as much as I love SGA, like you do got you got the thing out there where he's a free throw merchant, taking 20 free throws a game. You can't do that without having the ball in your hands. You know what I'm saying? Like you talking about pairing that up next to an Ant. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm sure Ant likes being that guy. And I'm sure there's going to be some collision there in that in terms of how would you fit a guy who takes 18, 20 free throws with a guy that,
that's true.
Is a scorer like Ant. So it is kind of a difficult thing.
I'm not. I keep it real with you. The fact is that the shot attempts from 1 or 2 on the Minnesota Timberwolves is a big gap. How many shots that Ant-Man takes? Over 20, over 25, opposed to Julius Randle, who's next in shot attempts with like 16, but he's like equal to like 3 other players. You feel what I'm saying? So there's a gap between the 1 and 2. But with Shea, like I said, Brax picked the right player, man. I just thought his his debating
approach.
Style, like his debating style wasn't like strong enough. You know what I mean? He's school. He's smooth.
That's
like,
what I feel.
He not gritty. He like smooth and shit. Like
well, he cooks up more in the other rounds and gets.
We're gonna get to the other rounds. But how you calling this one? Because I got Pirate winning this first round. And what about you, Scott? You got.
I got Pirate winning again.
Okay, this is the first round after those 3 rounds. So it's the first 2 is this third where they both go together. So LM, how you calling it? The whole thing, you got Brax or Pirate winning?
To me, Brax made a pretty decent comeback. I get what you're saying with the approach. I feel like if he had a better approach, I think a lot of us would have, been on his side.
Yeah, because I like that pick.
Yeah, I like the pick too, but
this
I'm gonna go Brax.
It's about the debate, though, right?
Yeah,
it's about how you argue your point.
Because I can argue that Wemby point and probably kill it.
Right. Somebody. Shea is tough, but somebody can debate Wemby or be a better teammate for Ant. It's possible. But
is hot.
Easy could either be the tiebreaker, or make the tie or make it it's so uneasy right now. What up, Easy? How you call it?
I mean, this shit. It was tough, but it really came down to a point in the debate when Brax asked Pirate, so you think a dynamic backcourt is better than a big and a guard, a dynamic big and a guard? And Pirate said the versatility that you could throw out with these 2 players right here is so good that you could just throw any type of lineup that you can and it's just going to work. Meanwhile, at that same token, though, the things that he did throw out that he said, you have to question it because you saw some of those things in practice before. Now, maybe not at this high level, but players as good as these players threw that out there and it didn't work all to fruition. So he'll be like a finesse shooting front court, and yeah, but I could argue that was some of the Celtics years when they had to go against Giannis, and it was it was a big man.
That's it. You gotta get
it. My fault. Yeah. If anything, I'm gonna give it to Pirate. I'm gonna give it to Pirate because he is about the debate. He explained his point more. So he explained why it'll work more with his pick right there. Meanwhile, I get what Brax is saying. I wouldn't be mad if you did give the debate to Brax though. I wouldn't be mad.
All right, that's 3-1 Pirate. Going to round 2.
Yo, and that might be the best 3 minutes that we've got in the PCL so far. I'm liking it so far. That is topic 1, though, y'all. Everybody, take a drink of your water, coffee, tea, malt liquor, whatever you got. Take a drink because we about to get into this topic.
40 is crazy.
Well, now you guys know we are in the.
Okay, so y'all can see they about to talk about Sengun versus Zubac, who's the better big man. Now remember, this is not all about our opinion. This is about who debates.
This is a crazy topic, but I like it though.
Hey!
Days of Lent, and this year I have given up all non-alcoholic beverages. And it's actually going better than I expected.
All right, fellas. Topic 2. We have Sengun versus Zubac. Who is the better big man? Pirate, you went first in topic 1. So Brax, you're gonna kick it off. Topic 2. Your time will start when you
do. Okay, so for this topic, I chose Zoo. So basically, in this discussion, I believe that Pirate has no choice but to concede that Zubac is the better defender. If he wants to talk defense, we can. I would love to talk defense, but he's also probably going to try and convince you that the offensive gap that Sengun has is makes up for the defensive gap that there is, and that is not true at all. In reality, Şengün is a very high usage isolation player who is inefficient, and whenever he's having a defensive game, he is practically unplayable. Şengün is averaging 19 points, 10.5 rebounds, 5 assists on 15 shots, 55% true shooting, and the league average is 57.5. Zubac is averaging 16 points, 12.5 rebounds, 2.5 assists on 63% true shooting, makes him top 25% in that category. This is all while he has a significantly smaller usage rate with 19%, and Şengün is 26, which is 39th in the league. Zubac also has a very consistent game, which he is converting 59% on his hook shots alone. That is clearing any move that Şengün has in his arsenal as far as efficiency goes. We can also go on strictly 2-pointers, where Şengün is once again below average with 52%, and Zubac is on 62%. We could keep going, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna stop right here because I don't have much time.
Pirate, it's on you.
Yeah, he's averaging over 12 points after a decade in the league. Congratulations. Versatility doesn't always mean that you're better, but sometimes it does. And Zubac is under ideal circumstances. He's having a career year. Still, Şengün possesses a far broader skill set. He's able to do many things Zubac simply can't do. And that versatility and diversity makes him a more potent basketball player. Let's start with the fact that Şengün is a true shot creator, a true playmaker, and a true triple-double threat from the center position. That's a rare ability, and the effect on the team can't be taken lightly. Let's start with the shot creation. You may say Zubac is more efficient. Well, I'm sure that most people aren't aware that Şengün, on higher volume, over 55% of his shots are unassisted. 55%. That's amazing from a center. Now, how amazing is it? Joker has never made that ratio of unassisted shots in a season. Şengün is able to keep his dribble alive, poke, prod, and create his own shot from all over the floor. 27% of his shots come from beyond 10 feet, and most are unassisted. That has an extremely positive effect on the team, as you can see through the record. Skills Zubac simply doesn't possess in the least. Those handles and vision allow Şengün to be a playmaker, unlike anything Zubac could be. Şengün has the highest assist percentage on his team. It's 25% assist percentage, higher than Van Vliet. Zubac could never do that. Quite the opposite. Only 7% of his shots come from beyond 10 feet.
Gotta mute you, my man, Pirate. Gotta mute you. It's back on you. You got 1 minute and 30 seconds. Take off.
Okay, so I want to touch on the point where you said better team, better playmaker, and 55% unassisted. Better team. I mean, I think it's pretty obvious that Şengün is on a better team. Better playmaker. I would actually love to talk about the playmaking because I don't know how moved you are about dribble handoffs. I'm not. And 55% unassisted buckets. It doesn't really matter when most of those buckets that he's getting are going to be inefficient. So none of that really makes sense to me. On top of the fact, when we talk about impact on the team, the Clippers have a 7. This showed last night. The Clippers have a 7+7 net rating when Zoo is on the floor and a -4.4 when he's off the floor. The Rockets have a +7.9 net rating and a +1 when he's off the floor. They are still a positive team whether he's on the floor or not. So impact-wise, Zubac is better. I'm almost certain that there are plenty of Rockets fans in here that would love to have Zubac over Şengün, because when it comes to isolation, it doesn't matter if you're not converting them. I'm gonna be honest with you. Just the game Monday when he played the 76ers. Yeah, you know, I'm pretty sure you did want me to bring up that game. But yes, the main reason he played in that game was because 2 players fouled out and there was an ejection. If it wasn't for that, Şengün would have played 16 minutes because of how bad he was defensively, and he could not do anything on offense.
Pirate, 1 minute and 30.
Look, I like Zubac. He's having his best year, but goddamn, we gotta look at the context here. All right, so I mean, he's set up to do what he's doing. There's a reason why this is his career best year. Maybe you say Zubac's a much better rebounder. Well, is he really? Zubac is averaging 12.5 rebounds a game. His first season averaging double digits, and that looks great. But then you notice, goddamn, nobody on the Clippers rebounds. All right, 35-year-old Harden is the number 2 rebounder. Kawhi, with less than 6 a game. Kawhi is third with 5 a game. Nobody else even gets 4 a game. So you get Zubac, the 7-footer, who doesn't leave the paint, getting 12.5 rebounds. But the Clippers are 14th in the league in rebounds per possession. Meanwhile, the Rockets are number 1 in the league in rebounds per possession. Sengun gets 10.5, but then Amen gets over 8. Jabari gets almost 7. Tari gets over 6. Adams gets 5. Hell, even Jalen Green gets 4.5 rebounds. So is it really surprising? It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out Zubac is having his best rebounding season, his best scoring season on an objectively mediocre rebounding team. 14th in rebounds per possession, with literally no other strong rebounder on his team. Sengun is 10.5 on the number 1 rebounding per possession team, fighting multiple competent rebounds. Now, Zubac is a decent rebounder. He's a decent rim scorer. But he didn't all of a sudden become...
I got to just hold that point. We are in the 3-minute round, so let's go ahead and kick it off. Pirate, you're unmuted. Go ahead, fellas.
So you admit that Zubac is basically single-handedly the best rebounder on the Clippers, and he's the main.
He's single-handedly the best rebounder on a Clippers team who doesn't have anyone over 6'8", not named Ben Simmons or Drew Eubanks. They are a objectively bad rebounding team, and he's the only 7-footer. Hence his rebounds. Hence the reason why he's averaging over 10 for the first time in his career. All right, so let's cut the BS.
Good thing we're talking about right now.
Sengun is a 22-year-old and widely considered to be the best player on the number 2 seed in the West, and they're 19 games over 500. Zubac is not doing that. All right, Zubac has a very limited skill set. He doesn't leave the paint. He requires a playmaker.
Effective to it.
He requires a playmaker the level of James Harden to get his 16 points the first time he's over 12 in his career.
Fellas, I'll stop the time. I'm gonna step in and just say, stop yelling over each other. Let's debate.
Oh, go ahead, brother. No. You want to go? Okay, I'll go. Anyways. Once again, I just feel like you basically argued my point for me. He's the best rebounder on the team, and
on a horrible rebounding on a horrible rebounding team. Yes,
horrible.
And if you dropped any 7-footer on a team with nobody over 6'8", other than Drew Eubanks and Ben Simmons, nobody else getting over 6 rebounds, they're gonna get the
Brook Lopez?
The rebounds.
You drop Brook Lopez. Is Brook Lopez doing that?
Virtually anybody is.
So now
okay. Wait, you answer me. Why? You answer me. Why he's having a career year in rebounds? You answer me. But just because he got that much better?
Because he's a great.
Because he got that much better over the last.
Because he's a great rebounder.
Career.
But I would actually like to go.
Why has he never had over 10 in his career?
I mean, we're talking. Good thing we're talking about this year. I'm confused on the question.
I'm asking you about this year. You think it just coincides with the fact that there are no other rebounders on the team?
I would actually like to talk about other parts of Sengun's game. Once again, I would like to go back to the playmaking point that you made. Pirate, how moved are you by dribble handoffs? Like, how?
I'm moved by. Well, why doesn't Zubac do it?
Oh, he does, but he does it in other ways. He doesn't just concede to the screen and then let the other player do the work. Zubac will actually instantly slip off of the screen and put pressure on the rim, something that he's way better at doing at Zubac. He's also willing to. He can do the dribble handoff and then just set the screen. And
Sengun is 22. He's leading his team in assist percentage. He's able to create his own shot. He's probably mainly the consensus best player on the number 2 team. You would never say that about Zubac. All right. I mean, let's be honest. He hasn't even started a quarter of his career games. He hasn't even started a quarter of his career games up until, if you look at his career up until this year, it's a long. I know, and I've explained why. His points are up because of James Harden, the playmaker. His rebounds are up because of the makeup.
He's still
of the
the one that's doing the hook shot. I'm confused on the point.
Fellas.
It's only 16. It's the first time he broke 12.
Fellas, I got to step in. As much as I would like to let
Pirate, man. Brax, look, like he got his hands up. I don't want no more smoke. Like, and then he was pointing the thing at me. I felt like he was pointing at me. Like I don't like his debating style. It's too passive aggressive. You know what I mean? It's too Pirate trying to put a foot in his ass. He got his hands up like I don't want to do this. He pointing the pen, and then it's like, what did he say that stood out? He's just more defending. He's trying to defend being attacked, and he's not doing enough attacking. So it's like watching a boxing match, and the guy's aggressive, and he got the other guy's just on his back foot. Excuse me, he keep backing Brax up the whole fight, the whole debate.
It's still about the debate though. So how you felt about what they said though?
I think Pirate, he was getting to the point about just why Subak's strength is his weakness. Like, you got 12 boards, but that's only because the next guy is 6'8", and it's Ben Simmons, and I had Ben Simmons on the Brooklyn Nets. We had Ben Simmons on the Brooklyn Nets, so that shit kind of hit home. Like, damn.
They shook you out, right?
Yeah, I was like, oh shit. You know what I mean? So, and then he said 12 and 10 ain't that far. And if your biggest argument is he a better rebounder, but he averages 10 rebounds and he only averages 12, it's not like it's 12-8 or 12-7. Then it's like, yeah, he kicking your ass. But 12-10, you're gonna need you need more than that. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I thought Brax made good points. I just think he needed more to beat Pirate. So I give it to Pirate.
I give it to Pirate too for that same reason.
All right. What about you, Ella? What you think?
Yeah, I give it to Pirate. He made some valid points. Sengun is probably the better all-around player. You could argue Zubac, having his best career because, Harden on the team. He get his touches, from the best point guards, Ben Simmons there. But James Harden, you know what I'm saying? So that's where he gonna eat at. So
no, I agree with that. I thought that was a valid point he made too. He's like saying Sengun, he's an ISO scorer. He could get the ball and basically hit a big man bucket. And Zubac can't score the ball without a pre-man point guard. So that was another thing. So yeah, man. But so that's 3 for Pirate. But what about you, Easy? How you called that one?
I mean, that shit was kind of tough for me because I hear Pirate points. And I really kind of agree with them. Like, yeah, the man got versatility. He could put on the floor, shot, create, play make. You still got to question some of them dribble handles, but he could play make. He could rebound and shit. But one of the things that Brax brought up, and I be asking this question sometimes. So it's like, all right, you could bring all these things to the table, but if your efficiency is low at these things, what does it matter? So even though you could do all these things, this guy over here, he's a fucking hammer and a nail. He gets the job done. If you give the ball to him down low, he converts at this percentage, and it's a great percentage. So how much does that play a factor into it? Then the defensive end, he's kind of good. But I'll go Pirate.
I'm about to say, you disco dancing right now, man. But listen, Easy. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You picked a debate that I wanted to see. I'll say that. I never really seen Brax or Pirate debate until now, and I like Pirate as a debater. I like Brax as a person. I think he's a good guy. See your grandmother. She even if he don't want a peppermint, he's still gonna take the peppermint. Like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Gonna take it anyway.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But you know that peppermint purse. But yeah. So I just look at it for what it is, man. I think Pirate wore this. This is a clean sweep for Pirate. That octopus fuck Brax up just now, man.
Whoa. Let me say this real quick because the winner that's going forward in this whole debating thing is Brax. So let me say this. this debate right here was the controversial debate right here because if anything, people said they had Brax winning the first one and they had Pirate winning the last one. Now, up to debate, spoiler, but niggas gonna get to it. But they said this debate right here is the controversial one. And one of the things that made it controversial was the fact that Pirate kept on harping on the rebounding part. Meanwhile, you can't fight the fact of who's on the team if he's the best rebounder, and this is his best rebounding season. Who is the better big man this year? Which is a point Brax did bring up. So while you bringing up past seasons for what they're doing right now, and right now Sengun is inefficient and being taken off the floor in pivotal moments. Meanwhile, Zubac is leading a team and one of the best defensive teams in the league, and you don't got these problems that Sengun got.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying, bro. You debating it better than Brax, bro. Like, seriously.
But he made these points though. He made these points and he won off these points. It's not like you feeling that way, but he won though, bro. So like, he did. If anything, he did better than me because he won.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't want to be so, how you say, so set in stone with what I say. I'm trying this judging thing out. I could be wrong. You know what I'm saying? But I am being honest. You know,
it's all up to your interpretation. It's all up to
your interpretation. I am giving y'all that part of the content where I'm not being biased. You know, I'm being straightforward with you guys about what I see, what I hear. If I'm wrong about it, again, y'all could debate me. You know, shit, y'all could debate the judge on this channel. You know what I'm saying? Nah, nigga, I debate your judge, nigga. Like, so, but it is what it is. But I'm gonna do a better due diligence and reach out to Easy and the content creators a little earlier and start the show with it, because I gotta wrap up. I'm not even finna get to this third round just because it's 3:00. This shit is late as hell right now. But I appreciate y'all. We're gonna be back with more content really soon. Thank y'all for tuning in, man.
Good night. No problem. Good night. Cool, everybody. Peace.